since tonight most of the people here are about the money part, is it okay if we talk about the money part and how to make it a lot quicker?
Yes.
But we're not disrespecting the other part, okay? So let's start off by saying how many people here tonight maybe heard somebody up here saying, you know, that would be awesome. This would be like great. What a great deal. That's exactly what I want, but may not know exactly how to get there.
Yeah.
Does that sound very much? Well, there's this story about mice. Do you have mice in Australia? Rats. Well, there's these mice. They had the run of the house, and they got all the cheese they want, and they had the key to the refrigerator, and stuff was good. And one day the owner buys a cat, and the cat sees all these fat mice and starts sneaking up behind them, trying to eat them, and they run in the holes, and they get together and say, man, this is bad. This cat's going to eat us. It's sneaking up behind us. We can't hear the cat. We're going to die. We got to do something quick. So the mice have a big meeting, and they came up with a solution. They said, we don't want to be eaten, but we got to do something about this cat so we know where it is. So we'll put a bell around the cat's neck, and that way, whenever the cat moves around the house, tingle, 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 we know where the cat is. And that way, it won't sneak up behind us and eat us. And all the mice cheered. Yay! Awesome! Great! And then one of the mice said, but who's going to put the bell around the cat's neck? And that's the feeling a lot of us have when we get started in this business. We go like, yeah, I'd like to be double, triple, diamond, Star Trek commander, master of the universe, whatever it is. But how do I get there? You know, when I leave here today, I'm going to have to face one of my relatives. And relatives can be cruel, can't they? Yeah, and friends sometimes are not supportive, and what do I do? How do I make this happen? We want it so bad, but we just don't know how to make it happen. Now, how many people here really, really wants to be awesome in this business?
Yeah.
All right. You're halfway there. Now, if you don't want, then, well, it's pretty much over. But if you want it really bad, and you have goals and you have vision, you just levitate up to the first prospect. You're going to have to say something, aren't you? And there it all falls apart. So half of it is having the desire to do it. I had that right away from day one. Unfortunately, I didn't have the other half, which is how to make it happen. So I started off with a year and 10 months of total failure. So at the end of the year and 10 months, I had no distributors and no customers. This was 40-some years ago. How many people here think that's pretty bad? And I don't think anybody here is going to maybe start that bad. So I grew up on a farm. We had animals. And I studied to be an engineer. Engineers don't talk. So I took my engineering skills. If you don't know what an engineer is, they're just boring people, personality free, charisma bypass, socially challenged, should not be let out in public. And I took my engineering skills to build a networking business. Now think about this. If you were going to change careers, don't you think you might want to learn a new set of skills? It never occurred to me. People say, what were you thinking? And I said, obviously I wasn't thinking. I mean, tomorrow if you decide to take a career as a bomb demolition expert, red wire, blue wire. I have a good attitude about this. You're going to need more than a good attitude, aren't you? You don't even have to worry about a 90-day action plan. It's going to be over in a hurry. So here's the deal. How many people here had a job sometime in your life? You had to have skills in that job, right? Because if you didn't, they fired you.
Yeah.
But if you decided to change careers, how many people here think we might want to learn a brand new set of skills?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or else it's going to be ugly. And I'll show you how ugly it'll be. How many people here are brave? All right. How many people here are shy? Well, that's great. Shy people normally don't raise their hands. But I'm one of the shy people, so I'm not good around people, so I had to learn things. I wasn't like Brooke, who's real outgoing or something like that, but I just had to learn word for word what to say. And what I'm going to say is, if you learn some words to start with, you can make massive progress right away. How many people here like to learn some cool words?
Yeah.
So we're going to start tonight with some cool words. And if you're going to do this as a business, can I give you a suggestion? Learn the skills quick. Get it over with, make the money, and get on with life. Now, some people are, well, they're gifted. You know, they're natural around people, have lots of contacts, huge relations. And the rest of us, hey, maybe not so lucky, right? So we're going to have to start from scratch, but we can do it. And I'm living proof because people say, are you a motivational speaker? And I said, this is me at peak. It's never going to get any better. So what I can guarantee you, if you just say the right words, cool things happen. Would you like to see the difference?
Yes.
And once you see the difference, you can decide if you want to do this as a career or not, because you can learn to do this in an awesome way. So when you're talking to people, let me tell you about the folks you're talking to. Do they want to look, do you think they like to firm, tighten, and tone and look a whole lot better?
Yeah.
What percentage of the people would like to look like that?
All of them.
About all of them, right? So everybody you talk to is pre-sold, they want to look better. And when you talk to people, do they want more money in their life or less money?
No.
Okay. So they're pre-sold on that too. So they want to look better instead of looking flabby, right? And they want more money. You offer them a chance to look better, you offer them a chance to have more money. At the end of your presentation, they say, no. Did that ever happen to somebody here?
Yes.
So let's review. They want to look better, you give them a chance to look better. They want more money, give them a chance to have more money. And they say no. You and I have taken a pre-sold prospect, and through our random use of untrained words, we have literally talked them out. Oh, that's bad, right? Oh, it gets worse. We've talked them out of it so badly that they almost literally say to us, I'd rather be flabby and be broke rather than do business with you. So maybe out of the 25 skills, the first skill we'll start on tonight and learn a little bit about is how to talk to people so we don't talk them out of it, using magic words. And then if you decide if that's good for you, you might want to learn the other 24 skills and make huge amounts of money. But that's up to you. So you all ready?
Yep.
You all know where you want to be in life, so let's try this. The human mind, how many people here have one of those? Can only think about one thing at a time. Just one. And then the back of your mind does everything automatically. For instance, right now, do you have to think about making your heart beat again? Do you have to think about not falling over? No. Do you have to think about how to move an arm or pump blood? Everything in your life is automatic based upon programs in our mind, except our current conscious thought, what we can control. And what's interesting about humans when we talk to them is all of their decisions are made by the back part of their mind. That's automatic. And you have programs for everything. You have a program if you're walking down the street, somebody smiles at you, what do you automatically do? Smile back. It's a program. You don't have to stop and say, wait a minute, they move 13 muscles here, 13 muscles here. What could that possibly mean? Oh my, how am I going to respond? No, it's a program, isn't it? You get on an elevator with a stranger, where do you stand? As far away as possible, but facing them. It's a program. It's automatic, right? How many people drove here tonight? Were you thinking about something when you're driving? So who drove your car? The back of your mind. On programs. It has a program, cross the center line, death is inconvenient. Don't go too far over there, get nails in the tire. You drove automatically. People have programs. If somebody says to you, guess what do we normally say? What? So if you say certain words, people will respond certain ways. Do they teach you that in school? Your previous job? Parents? So when you and I get started in this business and we want people to respond a certain way, we don't know that, and they give us some really weird responses. So our job, the profession you have chosen, is this: to take the good ideas inside of your head and get them over into the prospect's head. Right? Is that what we do for a living? Which means we got to take our good ideas and get them around their salesman alarm, their too good to be true filter, the what's the catch filter, their prejudices, you have relatives, right? Their biases, their bad experiences, all this garbage in their mind, and get our good ideas inside. And because we don't know the words to do that, which is the first thing we should learn, they say no. How many people here would like to stop that really quick? All right. So I'm going to show you some words that you can say, and if you just add these words, things get better. So I want you to feel the back of your mind about how quick people make decisions. How many people here ever received a telephone call from a salesman? How many seconds into the conversation before you made up your mind? All right. So they didn't have to wait. You didn't have to wait for the whole presentation, did you? How many people here have ever seen a man surfing the internet or surfing channels on TV? Click, 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 click. Have you seen that? Yep. How long does it take a man to make up his mind if he wants to watch that channel or not? Moment. Okay. Let me talk to the ladies here. Ladies, have you ever sometime in your lifetime met a young man, made up your mind about that young man and where that young man might fit in your life and made that decision within the first 30 seconds? You didn't have to wait for the full presentation, did you? So if I were to ask you, when do your prospects make their final decision, what would you say? Right away. So it's the words you choose right away that's going to, well, make you or break you in this business. So maybe we should see how we do, right? So let's get started with some words that are pretty easy for folks and how quick they make decisions. For instance, if I came to you and I said, and feel the back of your brain, would you be interested in would you be interested in? That's 5 words. How many people here have already made your decision? And we don't know that. We think it has something to do with how we do the whole presentation. No, no, no. It's all over before that. So if you start off by saying, would you be interested in, you're dead meat. You're toast. Dead, roadkill. It's over. And nobody tells us this. But if you're going to do this for a living, it might be interesting to know, right? So maybe you say, oh, this is terrible. I talked to 100 people. They all told me no. I'm discouraged. So you go home and listen to a motivational CD. And tomorrow you talk to 200 people. How's that working? Pretty ugly, isn't it? So what I'm going to say is you can work as hard as you want, but that's not the key. We got to stop saying stupid stuff. So maybe after I've done this and everybody told me no, I said maybe it's my first 5 words. So now I'm your brother-in-law and I come up to you and I say these 5 words. Tell me what the back of your mind decides now. I come up to you and I say, I just got involved with... How many people here see how we kill ourselves just like that? And it has nothing to do with the product. It has nothing to do with the presentation. It has nothing to do with anything. It's just 5 words and we're dead. Isn't that kind of cool to know? Why we're dying? And after you do this, do you get a little bit shy? Yeah, you don't want to talk to people because it hurts. How many people here totally get it's the words we say? Now, if you don't understand it's the words we say, let me show you the difference. One event, somebody's going to make a lot of money, and somebody makes no money. How many people here are with the same company? Same territory, same prospect, same area, same product, right? Yet some people make huge amounts of money and some people make no money. What's the difference? They choose different words. whether naturally or if they learn it. Now, if you don't have naturally, what would be a good idea?
Learn it.
Learn them. Now, I see you're a little bit depressed saying, oh man, I say 5 words and I'm dead. This is terrible. And either you're depressed or this is a hemorrhoid convention. But let me ask you, would it be okay if you learned 5 words that worked?
Yeah.
And would it be okay if these 5 words got people to make an instant yes decision?
Yes.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? And would it be okay if you use these 5 words to, well, maybe start making huge amounts of money in your business instantly?
Yes.
And would it be okay if you use these 5 words to maybe get a lot of loyal customers?
Yes.
And would it be okay if you use these words to people you talk to on Facebook so they say, tell me more, I'd like to join?
Yes.
So, would it be okay if we learn these words right now?
Yes.
Would it be okay if you write them down?
Yes.
Where's your pen?
I'll write it for you.
Just slip down.
Would it be okay if?
Would it be okay if?
Would. There's a stupid, irrational, messed up program in the human mind. Oh. There's a stupid program in the human mind that says if anybody, anywhere, at any time ever says, would it be okay if? The answer is yes, immediately. We don't even know what I'm saying yes to. Say yes before we hear anything else. It's incredible. What a stupid program. Are we going to take advantage of it?
Yes.
Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, are you saying if I just say, would it be okay if, in front of whatever I'm going to say, they're going to say yes immediately? And I'm saying yes. It's almost impossible to believe. But how else could nerds like me do the business? And I know you're skeptical because you're from Australia. So I don't know. Would it be okay if I gave you some examples?
Yes.
That was mean, wasn't it? Try this. Would it be okay if you had an extra paycheck every month?
Yes.
Would it be okay if you could fire the boss?
Yes.
Would it be okay if you could stay home with your children and still get a full-time paycheck? Would it be okay if you never had to show up for work again?
Hell yes.
Would it be okay if you made more money part-time than your husband did full-time? Would it be okay if you could work 3 weeks out of the month but get paid for 4? Would it be okay if you could trim, tighten, tone, firm? What? In 45 minutes while watching TV? Yeah. Would it be okay if your skin got younger while you sleep? Would it be okay if you made more money part-time than your boss did full-time? Would it be okay if you can make $100,000 a year and didn't have to go back to school? Would it be okay if you can make $100,000 a year just by learning some cool magic words? Would it be okay if you brought a friend with you to my party? Would it be okay if you got a boost pack so you can make the most money your first month? Would it be okay if we asked your friends if they'd have a party for you? Would it... Even Americans can do this. So how many people here have got it if you start off with would it be okay if the human mind says yes immediately, don't even know what it's going to be, but yes, yes, yes. And as long as it's reasonable, it's always yes. Let me give you an example of unreasonable. Big Al, would it be okay if you shared your donuts? No, unreasonable. But almost anything else, it would be yes. So let's give this a try. Grab the person next to you and try a couple would it be okay ifs. And see how they respond, how it feels so easy to talk to them. And if you can't think of what to say, just say, would it be okay if you go first? Let's begin.